So, my daughter, Katie, told me her boyfriend's just been beaten up by 2 crackheads, which is funny. I paid for 3. I love ruining the plot for Dorian Gray for people. It never gets old.
God's sake.
I got sick at this small hotel in Madrid. I called the front desk and they told me they had a doctor on staff. After he made me feel better, I told him that I was amazed that such a small place had a doctor, and he nodded and said, "No one expects the Spanish Inquisition." I finally opened up to my family about my battery addiction, and tonight I will be attending my first AA meeting.
Oh, how I've missed this.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I got fired from my job as a tandem parachute jump instructor. The bosses said that I fell out with everyone.
Getting on fire.
And finally, Google, it's pretty bad influence. I searched up the other day how to become an arsonist, and it gave me 50,000 matches. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Dog 228. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And this week we will see how everyone's week's been, or in Elton's case, his fortnight. And then we will move on to, some feedback for War of the Worlds, because we've got a bit of feedback. And which shouldn't surprise. Yeah, it's funny how that works. And then we've also got some questions and answers in our thing, asking for trouble, before we finally move on to our movie, which is this week's Jim.
The Martian.
The Martian, that's right. After last week's shit show, we decided to go back to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars. Oh, I could. Oh.
I had a switch turn then.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Did you hear the sound of a man who hadn't picked his movie yet? Suddenly going, oh. Anyway. Oh, what I pick for next week, you never know. So let's get started.
You think this is Leaf's pick? Wrong. This is Leaf's pick. Sorry.
Kindergarten cop again. Who is your daddy? What does he do?
Oh dear, yeah. Did you literally, you could hear that click, didn't you? You heard that go to dink.
Dink.
Yep.
No.
Oh well. Right, anyway, we'll see how everyone's week's been while I desperately try and find a film of no discernible possible interest to us right now for next week. Well, Jim, you tell us how your week's been, mate.
Reasonably quiet. So, to follow up from last week, most last week had that goddamn headache, which did start to ease off. But being muscular related, it's kind of, you have to wait for a muscle to get better. So it's very slowly. But it started to get better around by the weekend. So it's kind of, Christ, I was coding 4 times a day again. Brilliant. Good. But other than that, not an awful lot. However, I've got a few recommendations for you.
Okay.
We done binge watch a new mystery detective series, which is somewhere on. It's on some ridiculous channel, which I had to hunt down. I think it's You and Them or something.
Yeah.
But it's bookish, created and starring Mark Gatiss. It's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
All like an hour long. Well, 50 minutes minus ads. And each 2 episodes make up 1 case. So 6 episodes, 3 cases.
Nice.
And the title character, Gabriel Book, is a second-hand book dealer, but it's all set in 1946, just after the war. It's hinted that he did something in intelligence during the war that's not been revealed.
Right.
But basically he gets called upon by the local police to help out with crimes because he has an unusual, shall we say, set of not so much skills, but a very odd sort of and wide-ranging knowledge, which comes in quite useful for some cases.
Ah.
And at first you think, oh, this is another one of these sort of quirky detective stories, but there's actually a nice sort of ongoing story throughout the 3 cases and 6 episodes. The 1946 setting is actually really interesting. And as you've got like 2 50-minute episodes, you're getting like a Morse length style mystery. So you're getting a fairly in-depth story. You really get to know the characters very well, and there's good twists and turns. And because we've got, basically feature length to play with.
Yeah.
Which makes it a lot more interesting. Feels very, one of the very satisfying good meals sort of, I think that's good television.
Yes.
I feel all full and satisfied.
Nice.
It's nicely dramatic. So it really brings the history to life in the best sort of way, and gives you an insight into the times without sort of feeling like you're being given a self-history lesson.
Yeah.
And some just really good guest stars. It looks the business. And I was very impressed. It had a good bit of depth and weight to it as well, rather than just, hello, I'm another quirky detective, but I'm a bookseller. There's a lot more going on to it than that. And it works really well. I hope they do make some more, because it is kind of, there's a lot you could do with this character and that setting. It's very
nice.
So it's co-written by Dr. Matthew Sweet, who is like a proper historian of the 20th century.
Yes.
Who you might know, he's written books about films and done a few documentaries on Radio 4 and BBC 4 about cult movies and whatnot. So he's a man who knows.
He also does
knows 20th century pop culture and proper history and that. So it's all good.
Matthew Sweet also does Sounds of Cinema on Radio.
That's
3.
right. Yes. Yeah. So it's good stuff. I do recommend it.
Nice.
It's very good comfort viewing, and kind of that's really good television.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that was all good. But so other than that, not an awful lot.
Okay. No problems.
And I'm sure Eldon's got lots to tell us from his adventures.
Yeah, probably. I just looked it up, by the way. Bookish is on You and Alibi on Freeview, and it's also available through Now TV, and I think it's also on internationally. I think it's on like IMDb TV or whatever it's called now. So there you go.
Yeah. So it can be found.
It can be found quite easily by the sound of things, by the looks of things. Cool, excellent. Well, that's good, because we're on the lookout for a new series or two. So that's good. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Lovely. So okay then. So over to our man in the field, the man who's gone up north for a week and inadvertently inflicted the War of the Worlds on us all.
I did, yes.
You did, but you escaped the blast. But,
I did.
Drove away. So go on in. What have you been doing for the last fortnight, sir?
Real men don't look at their explosions, so
that's what you call it these days.
There's a lot going on, but the only thing I can really remember, there's 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I accidentally sent someone a photo, which shouldn't have done.
No, you shouldn't have.
Was it a pic of the Richard kind? By any chance? No,
it might.
Because I was expecting it, but I never got it, mate. So obviously, you've hit the wrong one.
No. It was a picture of his ring.
It was a picture of.
No, he said it was a dick pic. That's what he told me. That's what he said was coming my way, and I never got it. I was all hyped up and ready for it.
Many hoops.
No, you picture a dick, Van Dyke.
No.
That one you were going to send me. No? Oh, okay.
No. Go on. Welcome back.
Oh dear. So,
yes.
Months and months ago, maybe even years ago, I did a Shonky Lab about crisps.
Mm-hmm.
And in that episode, we myself and Lee Harvey were talking about crisps and hula hoops and other stuff and things I like to do with the hula hoops. So it's on record. I'm not embarrassed about what I do with hula hoops.
Aren't you, Elton?
But what I like to do is when I'm eating hula hoops is to get one of the hula hoops and crush it into my mouth, turn it into a paste, and then put that paste into another hula hoop. And then admire that hula hoop and then eat that hula hoop. And
then
Lee Harvey found that quite disgusting. So
Really?
every time I eat a packet of hula hoops, I send him a picture of the packet of hula hoops I'm eating. Not the hors d'oeuvre I've created. That's why mums go to Iceland. That's all I can think of every single time.
That's why I'm going to therapy.
And I accidentally sent a picture of the packet of hula hoops I was going to eat to Mr. Lee Metcalf.
yes. So there I was, sitting there one afternoon, and all of a sudden just this packet of hula hoops appears, and I'm like, wow, it's cheese and onion hula hoops. This truly is an age of miracles.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the only, it was nothing special. It was just a packet of hula hoops.
Cheese and onion hula hoops, which I didn't even know existed. And I thought, the fuck is this? I really didn't know what to make of that. And hold on, I'll see if I can actually read you exactly what I wrote, because it wasn't a big.
No, it felt very side eye of okay.
Yeah, he sent me a picture of a hand holding some hula hoops, and I sent him back a GIF saying miracles happen. And then someone obviously got very embarrassed because after about 40 minutes of typing, because it does go from like 14:18 on the 9th of August to 14:40, of which all of it is ... Suddenly, I get an explanation. And I'm like, the fucking hell is this?
I was just sending you crisp porn. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've got slightly older, but I don't think I need help being aroused by hula hoops.
So the moral of the story is check who you're sending messages to. That's all I would say. Just in future, we're all getting on a little bit now, and we all have little senior moments and moments of weakness. So maybe just check who you're sending the message to.
Yes.
You never know. It may be the incorrect person.
Don't randomly send people a picture of your ring in a bag.
Sorry, I apologise.
Because you end up with someone very confused on the 9th of August going, the fucking hell is this? What's this mean? Am I supposed to laugh at this, or what am I supposed to do with it? And then have to wait for 40 minutes while a long-winded explanation, which essentially comes down to, I sent the photo to the wrong Lee.
Yep.
Comes down the pipe, and I just go, ha, fair enough.
Yep.
And then it's just silence. Just complete silence.
What do you want me to say to that? That's what happened. Sorry.
Sorry, that was for Bonnie Blue.
Yeah. Bonnie Blue. 1,000 men later, and her ring looks like a hula hoop.
Hula Hoop's final boss.
Yeah. Do not Google Bonnie Blue.
Anyway, apart from that, I had the reason why I was off last week was because I had a training course, and that was up in Nottingham. And now, first of all, I thought I was going to be getting up at 4:00 in the morning and driving to Nottingham. So I was going to blow out and not do the episode and just get a good night's kip before. But then I was told I was getting a hotel. But the week before, no, it wasn't the week before. It was maybe 3 or 4 days. No, the Monday before, I was told I had to finish a course an online course for work before this this course I was doing up in Nottingham, and I thought, okay, and it's for a new product that we're bringing out. So I thought, okay, great, I'm going to get a bit of training. This is awesome. And I started the course, and clearly there's some really weird people and sick people and people that actually sign this shit off, because during the course, and I think I sent you guys these photos as well, or
Yes,
I
you
put
did.
it on Blue Sky or something like that. I can't
you
remember. You know, when you have characters narrating some of these courses and they think that they're being very clever, and I thought, okay, it's one of these cheesy ones, because I've done millions of these courses, and you always have like a character or someone, an AI person nowadays, speaking as if they're presenting it to you. I don't know why. They don't need that, but they do it.
Cheap.
And it is cheap, but it'll be cheaper to not have it. So don't do it. I don't. But anyway, that's up to them. That's a middle management problem. I was watching this, and this guy who was in the corner narrating my course, he waved at me, and it was all out of sync. So I was like, okay, that's weird. And I just chalked it up as like crappy animation. And then he started tapping his head as if like, think about it. And there was an animation for that. And I was like, okay, that's not supposed to be there, but okay, we'll go with that. And there was a couple others. And then all of a sudden, he dabbed. I was like, really? Someone signed this off. This is incredible. I don't know why. But their problem was that they asked for feedback on the course. And so I gave them some feedback on the course about not having a Fireman Sam character, and also dabbing within this course as well. 1-star review, very poor, think about yourself, shame on you type thing. They asked for feedback, so they got feedback.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. So I'm waiting for my disciplinary next week. See if that happens or not. But this course, this online course was 5.5 hours long. I think it took me 6 hours to complete it all over 2 days.
Right.
Which is fine. I got all the passes and everything like that. And the day before I was going up, the person running the course said, okay, there's supposed to be you and another guy going on the course. Have you completed the online course? I said, yes, I have. And he said, well, the other guy's not turning up, so it's just a one-on-one course. I went, okay, fine. It'll be cool. And then the course the next day, which was good, but it was the same course I'd just done online. Everything that I'd done online, it was there. That's what I did. So I didn't see the point in either doing one or the other. It was just, either it's an email or it's an actual course that we're doing. I couldn't see the point in that. So, yeah, that was the highlight of my week. Fascinating, I know, but I just don't understand why I had to do a course and then have the presentation course, which was exactly the same as the online course I did, with less dabbing though. Obviously,
did you update your review? Further to my previous comments about said course, which I have been I have partaken in. I would like to add that why was this a meeting, or should I say a course, when it could have been an email?
Yeah.
Why was that?
I haven't updated that yet. No, I don't know if I can or not.
Please show you're working out.
Yeah.
To whom it may concern, what the fuck? Brilliant. Okay, so you're all ginned up on dabbing now.
Yes,
you've younged up.
I am the 2015 version of Elton now, which is awesome.
Brilliant. Can you also do the Fortnite dance as well?
The floss, I do believe you're referring to.
Oh, look at him! See, he's learnt so much.
Yes.
He's moved on.
He's so down with the kids now. He's so down with the
he is.
kids.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, fellow teenage people. Say, this is rather funky.
Let's have a breakdancing battle. Come on, I'll burn you on the dance floor.
Yes,
Yes.
I will whoop your ass at this dance contest.
I will pop a metaphorical cap in one's backside. Yes.
Yes. Jeffrey, bring me my fighting trousers.
No, not them. They're my time travel trousers. No, they're my going on a course. It could have been an email trousers. Ah, yes, there they are. My fighting trousers.
Brilliant.
Well, that was my week.
And that was your week.
Yes.
Okay. And did you actually watch War of the Worlds?
I did. Yes, I'll wait for the feedback section for that.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yes, I did. Oh, I did.
Oh, you did. Lovely. Okay, fine. Well, then before we get to that, let's find out what happened in Darren's week. How's it been, sir?
Yes. Not that much has happened,
Mhm.
except today, carrying on the saga of the car and the dodgy fuel injector.
Oh, yes.
We managed to book in for an appointment at the garage.
Yes.
And we phoned back our insurance company,
Mm.
and they got in contact with the garage to get a truck out to come and pick the car up so we could get into Woking and drop it off at the garage.
Okay.
Now, they asked me when did I want it, and I went, well, on that day, because we want to get it done as soon as possible. If we could have it around about 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's when the garage opens, pick the car up and we'll go straight off.
Yeah.
And they went, okay, no problem. I'll just have a chat with the garage to make sure that's fine.
Yeah.
So they come back to me and they went, the actual garage, they can only send out a tow truck between 8 and 1 o'clock. Right. Oh.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Fine.
It's 8 and 1 o'clock
okay,
every 30 years because it's coming from
Indeed.
fucking Brigadoon.
Yeah, fucking right. So I said, not a problem, just book it in. That's fine. I get a phone call back from the actual garage, and they went, ever so sorry, it's going to be nearer 2 o'clock. That's between 8 and 2. Now I was told to don't worry. It's like, there is a possibility they'll come earlier. They won't just leave it until 2 o'clock. So at 2:30 today, the truck finally arrives. Right.
Right.
And takes us all the way into Woking. And by this time we get there, and they can't now fit us in to have a look at the car today because their roster is completely full because it's taken so much fucking time to get in there now.
Sorry.
So that's like a whole day. I took a day off to go with Reed to help get this done, to talk to the engineers and stuff like this. And that most of that day got wasted just because of this. We were going to drop the car off and then go into Woking and just visit a cafe or something like that. Just have a bit of a relaxing time. But no, that was shot through.
Yeah.
So there you go. So anyway, we're now waiting to see what the verdict is on this and whether it's going to cost me the national debt of a small country to get it.
Oh, guaranteed.
Fixed. Yeah, of course it will be. Yes. So so there you go. But anyway, 2 films this week, and I'll do them in reverse order. Finally sat Reed down to watch Sinners.
Oh yes.
And I still love that film, right? It's, for me, fantastic. I love the soundtrack is absolutely just wonderful in That
is
film.
it banging?
Really, really good. It is banging, sir. Yes, it is. It is bangers, I think they call them. It's full of pork sausages. Yes.
It's walls to
yes.
walls, banging
It is.
sausages.
It is. And you're guaranteed when you spin those platters, the young people will be out doing the Charleston and everything. It's a real groovy record. Yes, a groovy player. Yes, it is.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yes. But all of that hippity hoppeting and breaking of dances. Yes, they will. Yes, young people spinning on their noggins and stuff.
Yes.
And maybe doing some break dancing. Anyway, so I still really enjoy it. Although Ree was like, yeah, that was good, but I wish people hadn't gone on about it so much.
Yeah.
Being like this, like the second coming, she said, because I was a bit disappointed with it.
Yeah.
Which was, I felt a little bit sad when I heard her say that. Cause it's like, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. I tried to steer clear of people's reviews of stuff because I know that certain individuals, if they tell me that a film is good, I'm going to fucking hate it. You know,
you're welcome.
Yeah, no problem. What can I say? But hey, yeah. So she wasn't that impressed with it. She still thought it was really good. And again, she loved the music in it because it is just a superb soundtrack in that film. So she's finally seen that. And then on the Friday, Saturday it was. Saturday we went out. That's right. We went out to see Weapons. Now, I know you went to see this as well, Lee. So shall I save talking about this until you've gone through your weekend? Or?
We can talk about it if you like. I mean, it was only the main thing I've done this week, so I'm quite happy to talk about it if you want to talk about it. But
yeah, let's do it.
Yes, but we have to be very, very
tell me about it.
Careful.
Tell me about it. What can you say about a film like this that doesn't actually outright spoil it for anybody that wants to see it?
I think the only thing you can possibly do is talk about the... How can I put it? You can talk about the... What can you talk about? You can talk about the trailer, because the trailer tells you fuck all.
Yeah,
I think, relatively speaking.
Yep.
So, okay then. So, the only thing that the trailer does tell you is that at 2:17 in the morning, all the kids in one single primary school class, except for one and the teacher, all get up and Naruto runs straight out the door and are never seen again.
Indeed.
That's the premise.
It is.
After that, it's a case of the parents blaming the teacher for some reason because nobody knows what's happened to the children.
Exactly. And they think the teacher has something to do with it, but they're not quite sure.
Yes.
So that's about as much as we're going to reveal
plot-wise
about this plot-wise. I've got to say, I sat there rapt attention throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
I was just focused. That was it. I didn't know what was coming next with that film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, really did. It was one of them sort of films you go out and you start looking stuff up. You know, what's the meaning of this? You know, you watch a breakdown.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting stuff in there. I think the one thing I wasn't quite prepared for was actually it has moments, and once you look up the director who did Barbarian, and we have to treat this film in the same way as Barbarian, that you can't really say anything beyond the basic premise. The one thing I was going to say was that it's actually got moments that are really quite funny.
Oh God, yeah.
And
yes,
in a film that's got essentially a massive air of doom and gloom for 90% of the runtime. I have to say there were moments where I thought that's actually pretty funny.
Yep.
Can't say much more. Can't say much
No.
more than that. But it does catch you unawares. But it works really well because it's a film that is all about the atmosphere. It's deliberately paced, I think, is the way they say it now, isn't it? It's deliberately paced, which means it's not one of those fucking nonsense A24 movies where it goes quiet, 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 bang, and then counts you jumping in your seat because of the loud noise as a scare. It's a much better version, much better than that.
Yeah,
I have to say I loved it.
Yeah,
I really did.
Indeed.
There was go on.
I was going to say, for me, unlike quite a few horror films these days, the ending was very satisfying. It did what I wanted it to do, and that's it. I can't say much more else unless people have actually seen it. But I've got a particular bugbear about certain things, and it dealt with those bugbears very efficiently. Loved it. It was great. It's fantastic.
Yep, I agree. I went in to see it at the cinema at 9:00 in the morning. So the day it came out was the previous day. So I was trying desperately to avoid spoilers. I watched it in a cinema completely empty.
Do you know what? When I read that you'd done this, and I'm like, I'm watching the film, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, he was brave watching this by himself in a dark cinema.
Yeah.
Because there are some genuinely creepy, quite startling sort of like bits that are in it.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
And I'm thinking, so Lee sat there, and this what I'm seeing on screen that just happened with him. I'm in a cinema full of people. I've got Ree next to me, right? So I could like grab hand or something, if it gets a little bit too much. But you've got Lee's got absolutely no one.
Yeah, it was up there with going to see The Descent on my own. Which is something that I did purely by accident because I just was. That was when I had my my membership card for Cineworld. So what I would do is when I came home from work, whatever film was on at the nearest time to when I walked past, I would just go in and see it. And it turned out the film I was going in to see was fucking Descent, and I didn't even look. I just went, oh yeah, I'll have that one. And they went, oh yeah, the Descent, and they went, yeah, fine. I went in there, and I'm like 5 minutes in, I'm like, I've made a terrible mistake. So yeah, I did the same here. I was watching it, and I was thinking, oh, this isn't too. Oh no, and then and then yeah. I don't even, I want to say something, but I can't say it. I'll have to say it when we're in the break and the other guys go off to get their drinks. But yeah, there was a couple of moments where I was sitting there going, "Oh God, I'm on my own in the cinema." Luckily, I was sitting at the very back of the cinema, so there was no one behind me. That's all I'm saying.
Just a little bit of trivia about the film. Originally, this had an almost completely different cast.
Oh, really?
But because of Pedro Pascal's shooting schedule, they had to stop and change the cast. And the only surviving member of that cast is the young man that is wandering around town and gets into an altercation. He is the only original member of that cast.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, Josh Brolin was not supposed to be in this. And also the person that played the one who's the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four.
Julie Garner.
Julie Garner.
Julie Garner with the amazing cheekbones.
Yes, indeed.
She has cheekbones for days.
Yeah. I think she's won the prize now. David Coulthard used to have a chin, has a chin that they used to template cornflakes packets on. I think she's now kind of does that and a few other things as well. So for sharp angular bits of the face, but no, very impressive cheekbones.
Yes.
Very.
But the film is The film.
Yeah.
The problem is after just talking about Sinners and what it did to Reed, the danger is that you overhype it.
Indeed. All I would say is go and see this if you want something a little bit
different.
If can we actually call this? Because I was watching, I think it was the Commode. It was Mark Commode's review of this, and I think he raised the point: can you actually class this as a horror film? Shouldn't it just be? Shouldn't it just be a thriller? I think there's that little. It's classed as a horror, but I don't know. I think you can take it.
I think he's splitting hairs infinitesimally small because, to be quite honest, there's bits in this that you're not going to get those in a fucking thriller. I can't say anything. I really want to say lots, but I can't say a word. And go on.
One last thing is the performances in this film are absolutely top notch.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Everybody that's in this, fantastic. One particular person who comes into the movie later on, just brilliant. And I didn't recognise them. And I looked close, I was like, hold on a minute, is that who I think it is? So, a bit of a blast from the past there.
Yes. Yeah.
But so that's it.
The best film you won't be able to talk about with anyone other than the people who've seen it.
So go see it, people. It's I like to say it's worth seeing. I think personally.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So is that your week then, sir?
That is my week. Yes,
that is your week. Brilliant.
That
I think we've covered pretty much my week as well because I went to see Weapons on Saturday morning, 9:00, early screening, no fucker in there. The bloody entire cinema was utterly empty except for the one usher and the projectionist, and it was just like, oh. So that was a thing. That was a thing that I did undo and put myself through. Other things, Carol and I finished our Bosch rewatch of season 7, so we're going to start on the Legacy. I really dig Bosch. I think it's really good. Been talking about it for yonks, but we finally got to season 7 and we both stopped and was like, do we really want to watch the last season? And it's like, I don't want to stop it now, but yes. So we did that. And the other, and it's very good. Well worth looking at. And I'm going to start on Bosch Legacy pretty soon. But the other thing we watched was Wednesday, the first episode of Wednesday, season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I did. I've got up to what it was. I was watching it earlier. I had to kind of take a break from it for other things, but I've seen like 3/4 of the first episode.
Okay. And Jim, Elton, have you seen it?
Not yet, no.
Okay. The reason I say have you seen it is because I want to know a question. Does it get any better? Because I watched the first episode, and I know I've got a record of doing this thing of kind of watching one episode and going, "Oh, fuck it, I can't be bollocks." But I don't know what it was, but something about this rubbed me up the wrong way. And I watched it last night, the first episode, and I was just like, you know what? I don't think I need to waste my life with this. I don't know what it is, but if your characters are all weird and wacky monsters, zombies, sirens, flamethrower pyrotechnics, ghouls, goblins, ghosts.
Yeah.
Why are you all amazingly well-adjusted human beings except for the one main character who acts like an absolute cow, and her entire dialogue comprises of just saying, I'm, edgy things. The whole thing with the Addams Family is that they themselves were normal. That was always the thing. And to me, in this one, it feels like a pizza cutter, insofar as it's all edge and no point. it's like, okay, let's do a little bit of dialogue. Let's just I don't know, let's improv. I'll be Wednesday, and you ask me something that you would like, I don't know, ask Ree, or Jim that you would ask Teresa, or Elton that you would speak to Amanda about. Go on, just any one of you, throw something at me and I will respond in the way that they write Wednesday Addams in this.
Okay, so what do you fancy for dinner tonight?
I fancy the souls of the dead and the flesh of the damned.
Oh, so fish and chips again then. Okay.
And it's that all the fucking time. Ask me another one. Go on, ask me another one.
Who scratched the car?
I clawed the car because it's a terrible design. I hate the car. It powers the darkness in my soul to see it damaged. Everything around me needs to be damaged.
You did it, didn't you, with the trolley?
Of course I did. Me and Thing, we always damage things. Everything around me needs to be broken. It's just like, there's no plot device. There's no plot progression. It's just her going around saying edgy shit. It literally did nothing for me. There's no personality within Wednesday.
Have you checked the post today?
Postal communications with me. Who would talk to me? I've killed all of my friends. You know what I mean? It's that. Just find the worst, bleakest, I'm so emo gothic bullshit and just say it. It's like, you know, have you changed the tea towels? Tea towels work best when they're covered in fluff and death. I mean, it's that. It's all that, and it's just so naff and YA sort of edge with no reason to it, and it doesn't do anything other than just hop from one thing of her being just a miserable cow to another. By the end of it, I was just like, I don't give a fuck if she's murdered in her sleep, frankly. And there's all these things like her flatmate, was it a student Diggs mate is a cheerful, perky werewolf, and we know she's a werewolf, and her boyfriend is a gorgon, so he's got snakes for hair, and it's like, and yet they all see some fireworks and they all go ooh, and then someone says, oh, and there's a boy who's got a clockwork heart and he's living underneath a tree, and everyone goes, oh, so scary. And it's like, dude, you're a fucking vampire. You know, you're sitting in a room with sirens, lycanthropes, ghouls, ghosts, goblins, and a potential psychopath with telepathic powers. I mean, at which point do you get scared by a zombie? It's so naff, and I just pieced out. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna see My Chemical Romance, the Hogwarts years. Thanks very much. I'm just done with that. Thanks. So, yeah. You know, do what you like with it. It's on Netflix, but I won't be watching any more of it.
You're done. You're gone.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind the first season, but that's because it had like a police procedural kind of vibe to the whole thing and a bit of a sort of mystery. But this just has nothing. Just her bungling around being miserable. Anyway, I don't care. There you go. Oh, and it was my birthday. There you go. That was the other thing that happened this week. Hey, and
it's your birthday.
It's your birthday. And I got, I had two clashing presents. One was Carol getting me the 50th anniversary 4K DVD of Jaws, and Lisa buying me tickets to the 50th anniversary screening of Jaws at the cinema. So, one way or the other, I'm seeing a lot of Jaws this week. No, not this week. Next week or the week after. And the same goes for the fact that when I was in Malta, I found those sort of like canteen coffee pot things that you see the Americans use in westerns, where the water's at the bottom and they boil it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I found this thing fascinating when I was in Malta. Anyway, turns out that all three of them, Carol, Katie, and Lisa, all decided that they were going to buy me one.
Who is the comedian that says when you get to a certain age as a man, just be careful? Oh, it's Sean Locke. That was it. Sean Locke is be careful what you take an interest in, because somebody will invariably buy you a birthday present associated with that thing.
Yeah.
And he goes on about bird watching. And how we got like a bird watching book for Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm up to my neck in coffee pots and cafetières. So that's good. And I've got a big cat experience to hand feed tigers.
Yep.
So that's in November. That'll be worth looking forward to when we do the podcast in November, because I'll be pressing record with my elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than
Stumpy Metcalf.
Yes, it's me, Stumpus the Metcalf. So yeah, other than that, went for a nice dinner, really nice place up in Covent Garden, and I had a margarita called an El Diablo, which I thought, I've had chili margaritas before. But what I wasn't ready for was a chili margarita with chili oil around the rim of the glass and chili oil in the margarita, and an actual chili about the size of my thumb in the margarita.
Was it served in a chili as well?
Yeah.
Did you have to drink it out of a chili?
By someone from Chile.
Yeah.
He
it was feeling a bit chilly, because it's normally a lot warmer over there than it is.
Exactly. He was a bit chilly. And it was, and I had a chili dog for dinner. But no, it was really nice. But there was so much chili oil and stuff in it that you initially taste the typical margarita thing. You get the ice and the lime and the little bit of salt and all this kind of thing. And then 5 seconds later, your tongue disappears from your mouth and you have no idea where it's gone. There's a lump of dead flesh in your mouth and it's on fire, and you wonder why, because it's not attached to your body anymore. It's just like, what?
So the next day, was your arsehole like that bit in fucking Phantom Menace where they put the lightsabers through the door to melt the lock? Is that what it was like?
I think you went to the wrong Star Wars movie. It was more like Mustafar. I had a dead Sith with his arms lopped off, lying by the side of the toilet by the toilet paper, going, "I hate you, I hate you," which is funny. What I was pretty much saying, "I fucking hate you."
No, Anakin, I have the higher ground. You on your head. There you go.
You underestimate my tequila. My ice. So yeah, that was nice. So that was good. So I'm now the merry old age of 54.
Yay.
And yay me. Yes. Yeah, shorter a breath than one day, closer to death, as Pink Floyd once said. Anyway, and on that charming note, shall we do some feedback? Yes, I think we should.
It's feedback time.
Yes, it's feedback time. Because last week, thanks to Elton, we ended up doing War of the Worlds. So, Elton, would you like to go first?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, in fairness, you didn't know it was going to be War of the Worlds, but
I
did warn you that
didn't,
the
no.
2CV was on its way.
But where do I start with that heap of shit that everyone had to watch? It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was truly barbaric.
Barbaric.
Good word.
Oh, wow, that's strong, barbaric. So you didn't really dig the.
Nice to see that word of the day calendar's coming in handy there. We're on the bees, are we? Right,
Yeah.
This week's word.
So you liked sitting there staring at Ice Cube's confused face.
He was shocking through it anyway. Not that I held any hope that he would be carrying this movie. But I think he was the brighter of everything that was in there, and that is saying something.
Damn! That was most of his script. Damn!
Yeah, and he was dropping song lyrics in there as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, was that bitch get out of the way? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
I didn't know he wrote a song called "I Can't Open the Glass Door."
How'd you like me now? Okay, yeah, all right.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, that's it.
Stop it.
I couldn't work out whether they knew it was so monumentally shit or whether it was playing up to that or what. And I think there was a moment where they realised. But so I couldn't quite put my finger on which moment that was, but it was clearly nearer the end that they just decided, do you know what, guys? We've been going through the reels of the last couple of days of us recording, and it's utter guff that what we've recorded. And so I think we should lean into that a little bit.
That's it. Yeah.
And so they did.
Yeah, they got the Amazon sponsorship and called it a day.
Oh, that was awful.
Yep.
That was awful. But there was one moment where one of the tripods did like a weird flip and its leg went through its body.
Yeah.
And it landed weirdly and then hip fired at something. I can't remember what was going on. I don't know what.
AI graphics.
Someone pressed the button to flip this thing around and it did it. And it was atrocious. But then you have the tripods.
Chuck Norris spin kick.
Yeah. You have the tripods walking around and then the heads detach from the bodies.
Oh God, we didn't even cover that bit.
What's the points of the legs? Why have legs? If you can fly your heads around everywhere and do things, why have the trouble of legs and three legs?
Because you need to have the legs, otherwise it wouldn't be flying heads. They'd just be a flying thing. That wouldn't be as cool as a flying head.
No, that's true.
And let's be honest, the War of the Worlds was the War of the Worlds was the friends we made along the way. You know, it's about the journey, Elton.
No, there was no journey in this. Everything was atrocious all the way through, and all of it was in vertical, which really winds me the fuck up. And so you have this vertical picture of old Ice Cube. Or Mr. Cube, as you call him. I love that.
Mr. Cube.
Mr. Cube. Who's not on the pop charts, by the way. All right.
All I could think of was the Mr. Men, and I was like, I must draw Mr. Cube and get him down and send that on the group. But I'll do that later.
Oh, I so want somebody to do an episode of that and just mimic Arthur Lowe's voice describing Mr. Cube's day.
So here's a gang of motherfuckers on the dick and shit. Standing there being bite-ass, jive-talking motherfuckers.
Just waiting for his USB to be delivered by drone.
Yeah. The most impossible thing out of the lot was that the daughter with the hole in her leg and trying not to deliver a baby was also able to open the heat sealed packet with the USB in without using a screwdriver, screaming, and a pair of scissors.
Did you like the way that all the networks went down, but he was still able to get stuff on the network?
Yes,
as well. You know, he's like, let's just order some shit from Amazon, shall we? There we go. Let's do that. Yep, indeed.
Or the homeless man off the grid who then changes his mind after £1,000 Amazon voucher lands on his email,
and the camera just so happens to point towards him as well.
Hey, homeless person, would you like a £1,000 gift voucher that you're never going to be able to redeem because you've got fuck all in the way of computer technology? Yes, yes, I knew you would. There you go. Yep, bargain.
It was a journey, definitely a journey. And the moment where he got to the door pad and it came up with 4 stars, but the number that he's typing in is like 6 numbers long. And yet it's still coming up with, oh, come on. You're not even putting 2 and 2 together here and getting 4. It's just so bad.
He was just expressing himself, you know. He really was.
Right.
Jeez.
So,
He was
okay.
expressing with the full capabilities, but now he's living in correctional facilities because some don't agree with how I do this. I get straight meditate like a Buddhist. I'm dropping flavour on my behaviour is hereditary. Because my technique is very necessary. Blame it on Ice Cube. All right, I will.
How you like me now?
And now Sir Ian McKellen reads "Fuck the Police."
Yeah. Some
Have you noticed that?
Some
People like
motherfucker
him.
called Ice Cube.
Yeah, who sung about fucking the police have actually appeared in a number of films as the police.
Oh yeah, irony.
Yeah,
It's
what
just something you do to make your shirts flap.
Eventually, you know, you become the monster that you chase.
Yeah,
I think Nietzsche
the
was
thing you hate.
Yep, indeed.
Right. Okay. We have a lot of other feedback. Elton, are you ready? You
Yeah,
done?
I'm done. Move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, we start off with John Campion, who says, "I still think there's a place for a faithful adaptation of the book, and it's a great shame that no one seems to be interested in that. There was a recent BBC miniseries that looked promising,
No, there wasn't.
but then it diverged from the text in a very annoying and silly way."
No idea what he's talking about. What fucking adaptation by the BBC? No.
Right. We have Ian Spaceshipstead saying, "I do believe in not watching a movie with preloaded opinions, but in this case, no, it really was pants with the wobbly aliens. After 37 seconds in, I'd had enough. In fact, I'd got quite irritated and then my brain decided in an act of self-protection to switch everything off, only to turn it back on again when the aliens were eating the data. What the fuck? And as IMDb review once said, and I agree with 100%, this could have been an email. Jeebus, why? Why?" Sean Gleason says, "I was able to download this movie onto my Kindle, watch it in the early slow hours in the flea market." Did he just say, "Move, bitch, get out of the way" to an alien tentacle? I would not want this movie on my IMDb anyway. I followed it up with a much better movie, the 1987 Hiding Out, starring John Cryer. Jeffrey Mark Hyman said, "Remember when Ice Cube was a dangerous anti-authority figure on the cutting edge of art?" Pepperidge Farm remembers. Then we get to Teresa Burnside, who says, "Is the bunker of Shun still operational? It might need a bit of a clear out and a spray for bugs, but I didn't completely hate this. Absolutely daft and ludicrous, no doubt about it, but I had a good laugh."
Oh dear.
Jim?
Well, it was the only sane response to it, really.
Smart move, my friend. Smart move. You could step in and criticize, but I wouldn't.
But no, it is kind of. It's not like one of those kind of movies where it kind of actually gives you the rage.
That's true.
It's just you just watch it going. They actually put this out with their bare ass showing, did they?
He did indeed. Yeah. So
I mean, we saw a deal last week, and she said, "Oh, so about last week's film." I said, "Film? Is it a film though?
Is it? Does that qualify?
Was it a film? I'm not sure it was. No. I'm not sure it reached those dizzy heights of competence."
No, not really. Murray Pyman Christensen said, "The chances of anything coming to Mars, look at your browser history, are 1,000,000 to 1, they say. The aliens are eventually defeated by the image of Norman Reedus from Death Stranding." Going back to our getting around the age thing. Yeah. Paul Kearns simply puts a picture of Marlon Brando from The Godfather going, "Look how they massacred my boy." Adrian Mighty Zim Saunders says it's a shame. I thought you might be doing morbing time on Prime. No, sadly not. Andy Palastides said, so this is you lashing out because you almost had to watch the Lego movie. I plead the fifth on that one. And then finally, we have Elizabeth Charles, who wrote in, and she said, War of the Worlds 2025, a tale of a man who has to save the world save the world himself from being has to save the world to save himself from being fired for grossly inappropriate use of government resources. This wasn't too awful in the first half. It made fun of current technology, had an interesting conceit of exploring world-spanning events while the hero of the story is in a room for most of the time. He experiences the events at a distance and is able to influence them, while most people are just horrified observers of it all on the internet. The tripods look pretty good, which is always a yardstick for War of the Worlds adaptations, but it really falls apart in the second half and devolves rapidly into extreme silliness. The second half is what you get if you took the entire season of 24 and crammed it into 45 minutes. The denouement was probably the silliest part of the whole thing, which apparently everything goes back to normal despite world-shattering nature of events. Alien invasion, world infrastructure, both digitally and physically damaged and destroyed. That's not going to stop us having a baby shower, is it? Cheers. Thanks for that, Elizabeth. Yeah. So, wow. There you go. Quite the range of opinions there, I think you'll agree. Yeah. So, right, before we wrap up this first half, we do have a few questions and whatnot. The asking for trouble. So I will just run the quick question. There are more questions than answers. So I will do this one because otherwise we're going to fall behind like we did before. So we've got lots here. We have Sean Gleason, who wrote in to say, remembering my preteen years, the 80s to the 90s over here, we would stay up late on weekends to catch Red Dwarf, Doctor Who, and Are You Being Served? The Young Ones, Mr. Bean, Fawlty Towers, Monty Python, etc. It felt like such a novelty and view into the humour culture that was felt so far away. Did any of you have the same experiences for US television programs?
Hill Street Blues.
Yeah. Was that your thing? Was it?
That was I used to watch that a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
I even remember it keeping me. This was the Exorcist moment in my life. I'd had a tonsils operation. And they hadn't done a very good job of sewing things back up. So the cut kept reopening inside and blood was going inside my stomach and forming clots and stuff like this. Anyway, the ambulance came along to come and get me and to keep me sort of like, because I was feeling pretty miserable. So Hill Street Blues kind of helped with that, sitting there with mum and dad, while they're waiting for the ambulance to turn up. And I remember the ambulance guys carted me out, and as they did, I just went, have some of this. And the entire contents, the bloody contents of my stomach just shot straight out and just fired.
Nice.
All over the floor. And I'm not joking, it just looked like I coughed up a lung or something. But it was just red. It was just blood everywhere.
Blood.
And bits of sick. And the Prisoner, and also the Prisoner wasn't an American show. No, because there were a few British ones that I did watch late at night.
Right.
So but for American shows, it was definitely Hill Street Blues.
Okay, so just so we can all imagine this.
Oh, I love this tune.
Meanwhile,
so relaxed.
Oh my God, He's just sicked all over my shoes.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Sorry.
I just had to stop it there. Right. Okay. Jim, Elton, did you have any American shows that you kind of went, okay, yes, this is part of my childhood?
I suppose in shows all the usual stuff. It's all stuff that was on like mainstream Saturday, kind of prime time viewing, like all your Starsky and Hutches, your Star Trek, and all stuff like that. I grew up with all those series, though. I do remember like the very short-lived Logan's Run series.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yes, of course.
That was good.
And it kind of, I'm still quite fascinated by things like, the Children of the Lost Islands and the Fantastic Voyage and things like this. And kind of short-lived series that never ever fucking finished. And it was always people looking for somewhere and they were never fucking getting there.
Yes. Yeah.
They just disappeared and there's no more episodes ever again.
Yep.
And for years I always wondered, well, were there more in America that... until the story did finish. And it was only years later, like, nope, they're all cancelled.
Yep.
They never found sanctuary in Logan's Run. The children's never got off that goddamn island. And now there's people on that mad island with Fabian or whatever his name is with light up cutlery. That was a washout. They're stuck there too.
The Children of the Lost Island had one of the best theme tunes, if I remember.
Yes.
It was like
tell you the entire plot of the show.
The session singer, yes. It was par for the course back then, because every show you watched on TV basically gave you the entire premise of the show in the title. I mean, look at Knight Rider, the A-Team, that kind of thing. Yeah, but this one did it with style. It did it with a very cheesy sort of late 70s track. With this, obviously, the singer was, this was his last chance to make it big. So he just goes for it. Yes. There once was a worthy man who had a wonderful idea. And he sang it like that.
Do you know what's really funny is I just typed that in looking for the theme, and then Google's AI jumped in and went, Children of the Lost Island likely refers to children featured in the TV show Lost.
What? Thanks, AI.
Thanks, AI. Cheers for that.
Cheers. Thanks for stating the fucking obvious.
Stating the fucking wrong.
Yeah. We're going to have human-style intelligence in the next couple of years. How we sell Altman. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you've achieved it already. You've got an AI bot with the intelligence of an absolute fucking moron. Well done.
Yeah. So, in other words,
So, no, you've failed.
Mission accomplished, actually. Oh, God. Hold on. I'm going to have to bring this mixed in, so it might make things sound weird. Hold on a sec.
It's gone off. What the fuck? Lee? Come back to us, Lee.
What? Was that his death tune?
That was just as I was. What, did that sound like dog shit?
Yes.
No. All I heard
one of those Aztec death whistles, was it?
Oh,
and that was it. It just went completely silent.
Oh God. Okay, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, what's happened to him?
Oh, that's a shame. I was trying to get the Lost Island theme. I might have to just. I might have to grab that and put that on the end then. Oh well, never mind. Elton,
what did I have? The ones I remember watching. Was Lost in Space American?
Yes, it was.
So I remember getting back from football because they showed that on Sundays during the day, and so I'd get back from football covered in mud, have a shower, then watch that, and I can still smell my mum's roast dinners cooking to that.
Nice.
I did the obligatory A-Team and Knight Rider and stuff like that. But the other ones I remember late at night were Cheers, definitely. Yes. MASH, definitely.
Right. Yep.
And Tour of Duty.
Tour of Duty.
It had...
was on ITV after dark. You get Sledgehammer, then Tour of Duty. And there's like 96 million episodes of it.
Yeah, and it had Paint It Black as the main song that goes into it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, the
yes. Now you play that song, I'm like, oh, I want to watch this.
Yes. I see a red line. I want to paint it black.
I bet it's awful now, though.
I don't know.
I don't remember much about it, but I just remember enjoying watching it and having it on.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably say that about all of them, isn't it? I mean, you just think, oh, these were great. And then you look at them and you think, oh, my God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, Tour of Duty, that was kind of like in the middle of the night. That was kind of in the early days of like 24/7 broadcasting, where mainly ITV just put on any old shite that just got cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And normally you'd sort of fall asleep, then wake up and the dulcet tones of Job Finder.
What was that one with Sam J. Jones? The Highwayman.
Oh, my God.
The Highwayman. It was like about 8 episodes about the bloke who drove a big truck through the back waters of the American desert or something.
Oh, well, hang on. I mean, let's not get too carried away, but, you know, there is one. I think if I can find it, I think I might even have the tunes. Hold on. I'm just going to see if I can find this very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Where is it? Oh, bollocks. No, I can't find it. I was going to say, rolling down to Dallas, my wheels provide a ballast. I'm off to New Orleans, who knows where.
I love that. He always stuck that bit about not having to pay property tax as well. That was the main thing. The best of all, I don't pay property tax.
Yes, for those of you who don't know, that's BJ and the Bear.
BJ.
I know.
And the Bear. Someone was having a laugh there, and for years they got away with it.
Yes. Yeah, there was. Yeah, now I think about it, that probably didn't. That was probably a bad move.
Sunday afternoons with BJ and the Bear, followed up by Free Willy.
Nice. Oh well, right. The only one I can probably say is I always remember coming home at lunchtime during primary school when I was in the seniors of primary school. And lunchtime, there would always be this kind of the sort of cheap American stuff. So there was Salvage One.
Oh God, yes, the one about the junkyard rocket ship.
Yeah, junkyard rocket ship, which was only about 12 episodes. And then there was was it Project Blue Book?
Yes, Project UFO.
No, it wasn't Project UFO, was it?
Yeah,
it was
Project UFO. Yeah, I always remember that one episode at the end of it where it focuses on a kite caught in electrical wires.
Yeah, hold on, Project Blue Book.
I think over here it was called Project UFO.
Yeah, it was called something like that, but I always thought UFO was the Jerry Anderson thing.
No, this is just Project.
UFO.
No, this is Project UFO.
Yeah, TV. There it is. TV series. Project Blue Book. Blah, blah, blah. No. Yeah, it must have been called Project UFO. Yeah, I just always remember the old 1950s kind of Men in Black kind of, kind of stomping around, going to different people's houses, and you always saw a UFO. Sort of event.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Oh, yeah, it was Project UFO, American TV series which ran on NBC from 1978 to 79. 13 episodes.
I'm pretty sure there are episodes out on YouTube. Probably poor quality ones, but there are full episodes out there.
But yeah, after that was, what was the other thing? So there was Project UFO, there was Salvage One, and then there was the Time Tunnel.
Oh, yes. God, yes. The time tunnel.
Oh, God, Lord. Okay, right, fine. Stop it there.
Land of the Giants.
Lord, no, don't start, because we were already running way late thanks to this blooming question and all the feedback. So yeah, there are other questions on the Asking for Trouble thread on the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. If you want to add your own, then by all means do so. Just go up and you'll see the thread pinned to the top of the group. And also, if you want to send in feedback for this or any other episode, you can send it into feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or you can just go on the group, which I've already given you the reference for. Or if you've been, you've managed to get past the adult verification by pretending to be Norman Reedus, you can hit me up on Blue Sky through DMs and send it through there, because I'm cartoonbeardy.bsky.social. Right. Okay, I think we can roll it there, and when we come back, we will be off to Mars for some potatoes. Oh, Dow, by the way.
There once was a wealthy
Man who had a wonderful idea. Children from all places, with all kinds of faces.
Together into a sailing ship, there were 40 boys and girls. They would sail their ship around the globe, so they called it the United World.
What a fucking awful load of...
I'm just clenching my fist right now.
When a hurricane bore down, the waves were big as mountains. They felt they would surely drown.
I'm going to stop there. Sorry.
It goes on for another 10 minutes.
I need to know what goes on next. What happens after the mountains and the waves like mountains?
It goes, Lost Island, and then that's it. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Roll the jingle.
Another 3 verses how the island's ruled by an evil dictator whose face is in a flask, and the children must defeat him to get a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, that as well. Right, let's roll the proper jingle and come back for the Martian.
50 years of Mars goodness, and now we bring you the biggest Mars bar ever. Even more milk, more glucose, more sugar, and more thick chocolate in a bar that's bigger than ever before. Tremendous value, really satisfying. The biggest Mars bar ever.
The Lost Island. No, we're not doing that again. The Martian is a 2025 science fiction film directed by Ridley Scott, who later died and never made another movie after this one.
No.
Never. From a screenplay by Drew Goddard, who, at the moment is doing all the Predator stuff. So he's doing the Predator Killer of Killers and Prey and Predator Badlands. So he's now like Predator Man. It's based off of the 2011 novel of the same name by Andy Weir, and it was released by 20th Century Fox when it was still 20th Century Fox and not just a tiny vestigial limb off the end of Disney. The film stars Matt Damon, Jessica Chastain, Jeff Daniels, Kristen Wiig, Chitwell Ejiofor, Sean Bean, who doesn't die, Michael Pena, Kate Mara, Sebastian Stan, Askell Henny, Mackenzie Davis, Donald Glover, Benedict Wong, Uncle Tom Cobley, and all. And it depicts an astronaut's struggle to survive on Mars after being left behind and NASA's efforts to return him to Earth. The movie had a budget of $108 million. How much do you think it made at the box office, Elton?
1 radioactive isotope nuclear heater.
Nice. Jim?
10 million members of the Glorfindel fan club.
The Glorfindel fan club. Okie dokie. Darren, what about you?
An entire back catalogue of 70s disco and 1 Damon egg, or as we should call them, Martian potatoes.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, you are all wrong, because what it actually was it was basically arrested in international waters for piracy. Don't ask me. I'm just making it up. Yes, he's a space pirate. Yeah. So no, actually, it made at the box office $630 million.
Wow.
So he didn't do bad. I'm surprised he didn't try and make a sequel where he went back and got stuck again.
Like the same shit happened to the same guy twice.
Yeah. Luckily, I got more than one potato on me.
One potato, two potato, three potato, four.
Yeah. Yeah, except this time he gets stuck on, I don't know, stuck on Jupiter or something. I don't know. Yes, so let's go around the table, see what everyone thought. I don't know if we need to do a spoiler zone, but for the sake of it, I mean, the fucking film came out 10 years ago.
Oh,
in fact,
God.
Yeah, I know. 2015. I mean, for Christ's sake.
It can't have come out 10 years ago. 2015's the future.
No. It was 2015. We are now in the year of our Lord 2025, in the darkest of timelines.
Yes.
So in fact, it'll be 10 years old in approximately a month. And then there you go. So let's go. Yes, I'm afraid so. We are old, and we will pass, and everything will turn to dust. It's black as the ace of space, black as coal. Anyway, Jim, you picked this, so you go last. So let's go around the table. Elton, what do you think of The Martian?
Well, this was one of the very, very, very few films / medias where I've actually read the book before I have seen the film. Ooh. And I was very proud of that moment. The others being Rush, where I've seen the highlights of the seasons before actually watching the movie, and possibly some Tintin books as well. And I enjoyed it on my first watch, didn't enjoy it on my second watch. So this was all I'm worried about this. I'm worried that I'm going to be the only one in the room that doesn't like this. And I came out very positive, actually. I was very glad that I enjoyed it this time round. Yes.
Nice.
Thank goodness. Mopping some sweat from the brow, going, oh my goodness me, that was close. That could have been hideous.
Yeah. First more of the worlds, now this, you bastard.
No, it was good. Good fun. Nice to revisit it. I think I needed a revisit on it because the last time I just came away realizing what was missing from what could have been, and I just found Matt Damon irritating the last time I watched it. But this time it was all fixed, and it was all back to normal now. So I enjoyed it.
Okie dokie. Darren, what about you?
I still really enjoy this film. I've got to say, I really enjoyed it first time I watched it. I think the thing that sold me about this film was the line, "We got to science the shit out of this," and it's like, oh, this sounds interesting. So I really enjoyed it first time I see it. Second time, which I think this is the second time I watched it. Yes, but I do have caveats on this one. Now there is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something I've noticed. Two things I've noticed about this film that I personally feel it doesn't portray very well at all.
Okay. Well, before we get to that, let's come back to that, because I'll ask you that after we get past the spoiler zone. For me, I really enjoy this film. This is one of the few that, even if I've seen it a dozen times, and I have seen it a dozen times or so, if I stumble over it on a late night TV sort of channel hop, I will stick to the end. I just like competence porn, I think is probably the best way of putting it.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah. I like
because,
that.
because I'm so fucking done with everyone talking like a 12-year-old teenager, a 12-year-old fucking tweeny fucking quippy twat, and just not doing their job. And I'm digging at a dozen different franchises right now, but I want people to find a problem, have a problem, figure out the problem using their intellect and talent, and then solve the problem, and then move on. As opposed to, let's all talk like we're in the fucking prep school of a high school. Let's all talk like we're in the fucking Breakfast Club, and then we'll fly a spaceship as well. And it's just like, fuck off. I'm sick to death of films basically having everyone talk like a 5-year-old and then fucking piss about in a spaceship and just go, oh no, how will we survive? I don't know, let's hug, or let's say something funny, or let's look to the camera and go, well, that happened. No. Give me someone who knows what they're fucking doing, stick them in a situation where they know they're in trouble, and then have them work out the problem and figure it out competently. Competence porn. That's what I like. I love it. I love watching talented people do talented things with their talent, as opposed to just sitting there going, ha ha ha, aren't I quippy? It's like, fuck off. Don't joke. If you're going to joke, have something to back it up. And that's what The Martian does. He's funny, he's self-deprecating, and he just gives me faith in humanity, that we're not all going to just sit there like a bunch of lemons TikToking the fucking end of the world. So yes, I like The Martian. It's positive, upbeat, and competence porn. Absolutely, 100%. Jim, what about you?
I think it's a second watch for me. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Best episode of Scrap Heap Challenge ever. Not sure about replacing Robert Llewellyn with Sean Bean. And I know they plant stuff there for him to find, like the spare batteries and the potatoes. But, that's the format.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good fun. I mean, it does get, I think, it overeggs the pudding towards the end with needless, stupid space jeopardy.
Yeah.
But by that point, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's earned its silly grand finale, put it that way. In a way most films don't. They just mug you for your credibility straight off the bat.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, well, there you go. I think generally positive, though we have mystery caveats coming up from Mr. Barnard. So I would do a spoiler zone jingle, because Paul Kearns suggested one, and I thought, that's a really good idea. And then I wanted to go and make one, and the AI for the voice that I need to do it is not around. So I'm having trouble with that. So I may have to just manually make a jingle using I don't know, bits
I've
of
got
string.
spoons if you want to use some spoons.
I tell you what, we can just go.
Shut up, Wesley.
There you go. that will do.
Shut up, Wesley.
Thank you very much. It's the spoiler zone.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, it's still the spoiler zone.
Shut up, Wesley.
The spoiler zone is going on.
Shut up, Wesley.
If you don't want to hear any more,
shut up, Wesley.
Stop listening now.
Shut up, Wesley.
It's the spoiler zone.
Shut up, Wesley.
There you go. We're done. Right. Okay. So, fucking God. Do you know that this podcast is literally thrown together on the fly? Who could tell?
Yeah.
Right. So, let's get down to it. Firstly, Darren, you have caveats.
I do.
The floor is yours.
Now, so I do. Don't get wrong. I still enjoy this film, and it is very much considering its subject matter about an astronaut being stranded on a planet who's got a good chance of dying. I think this is it could be considered a bit of a chicken soup for the soul movie. This one, I think, because there are just moments of very, very much uplift in this. Especially with some of the music they play on the background. Again, another film with a fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah.
But the thing I noticed this time watching it is it's always, this is a problem. Solve it. Okay, we've done it. There we go. Fantastic. Next problem. Yes, let's do this problem. There we go. Done it. Solved it. Moving on. And it's just a series of that. There's not really any moments of, Jesus Christ almighty, I've just realised how fucking lonely I am here because of the amount of time I've spent on this planet all by myself. There doesn't seem to be really any of that addressed. And also the passage of time. Let's talk about the passage of time here, right? The passage of time. You don't get an impression of how long it takes the messages to go back and forth because they keep showing you each end answering the message straight away. So you're never given that thing of, will the message reach the Earth in time for him to get this thing sorted out? You know? So I noticed that. And it's like, because if you're going to go and do this sort of realistic science thing, okay, if you're going to start doing that, you shouldn't really be picking and choosing when the science is actually irrelevant and when it's not. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it just seemed a little, let's just have a bunch of problems being solved. Let's just do that. Let's not really concentrate on anything else. Right? You get one bit where he sat on a rock. Really? And that's about one of the few, very, very few moments of contemplation about his situation where he's got nothing in front of him. He's not doing anything. And he's just sat there like with genuine concerns.
Well, I mean, as much as I'd hate to disagree with you, the opening when he's back on the actual hab, he's sitting there saying, I've got 30 days of food.
Yep.
I've got an oxygenator, which if it breaks down, I'll suffocate. I've got a hab, which if it blows, I'll freeze to death. I've got not enough food. And then he just sits there and he's still trying to heal from the bloody spike through him.
But he's just sitting there solving a problem.
He's not initially.
He's thinking about, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to solve this problem?
Okay.
And it just, and there, the passage of time. Apparently at the end of the film is only when he starts growing a beard and long hair. In that period, you don't see him doing really anything, where it kind of leaps. Suddenly, he turns into Grizzly Adams. And it's like, okay, so what happened to the barber he was using up until that point? Has he fucked off? He's gone, oh, I've got my own ship. I'm out of here. Peace out, motherfucker. I'm gone. I'm out. So, like I say, it didn't stop me from enjoying the film, but it's a thing that I noticed about this.
Right.
And it does just focus on problem, win, problem, win, problem, win.
Right.
And not really addressing, I don't know what the book's like. I've not actually read the book. I do want to sort of like eventually get around to reading it, but I don't know whether there's, if it's different to that. So it'll be interesting to see how it's handled in the book.
Yeah.
This kind of thing. Is it the same thing? Does it expand on certain issues?
Yeah, it does, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, there you go. Then.
I mean, it's been a while since I've read it, but
yeah.
I mean, Elton, you said very proudly you read the book.
Over 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago now.
Okay.
It's been a while. I remember him being very pithy all the way through it, but it was enjoyable. Yeah, there were a lot more problems. I remember that.
Yeah. There's a lot more problems, and there's a lot more of him soul searching, pardon the pun, in the opening act, because he's realised he's stuck and he can't do anything. But
he knows about, obviously he's an astronaut, but you get to hear him thinking about the communications and about the half-hour transit between them getting the message and then you receiving the message. That's very clearly stated all the way through that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I mean, the passage of time is the soul's thing, so I didn't mind that so much. I think the problem is that in the book it's very much he sits there, he ponders things, then he hits you with a science answer, and then sits there explaining how he figured it out. And so there's a little bit more meat on the bone rather than just jumping from one thing to the other. Jim, did you feel about the problem solving thing, or did you feel that?
Well, I think these days the structure is like a series of problems, but that's kind of what I like about it. You know what I mean? The thing about the passage of time, that is, I guess that's something the book can do much better. And for the film, it is kind of, well, we'll just fast forward a couple of years here, skip to the end.
Yeah,
because otherwise it's an awful lot of eating potatoes for a month on end.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's also...
Do they count as fibre potatoes? Are they fibrous? Because wow, yep, lot more ammunition for that garden coming his way pretty soon.
Yeah, doesn't cook.
I'm going crop spraying. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the book, for example, the Pathfinder probe actually shorts out at one point, and he has to communicate using Morse code, using rocks.
Oh, right.
To the satellite that he knows is above them, photographing him. So there's bits of that sort of stuff that you could put in there, but it would just drag it out, and the result is still the same. But yeah, no,
See, the bit that was removed was the trek to the other ship.
Yes,
that's such a long, arduous journey, and you have chapters on that. And there's a moment where he turns the actual truck over.
Yeah. And he gets it buried in the sand, doesn't he?
Yeah, I so badly wanted that, but I can understand why it's not there. But I really, really wanted that, and it wasn't there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You got to remember the other thing. I mean, they try and patch over it with sort of like exposition. So, like, for example, the traveling the 3,000 odd kilometers to Scaparelli. You've got that whole thing of Mackenzie Davis explaining to Ejiofor that he drives for 4 hours and then he charges the car for like 13.
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally just kind of hopping along in 4 hour bursts, and you think, well, how far can you get in 4 hours? It ain't 3,000 fucking kilometers. And I think it does say that it takes him like 3-4 weeks or something to get there. Something stupid like that. I can't remember the exact date, but it does go on for quite a bit. The problem is, as you say, as Jim says, is you could show it, but then you're into like a 5 hour movie.
Yeah, then you're into a series, then, aren't you? And I don't think it's worthy of a series.
No. What was you? Did you have other caveats there, Mr. B?
No, it was just these were the things I noticed about it on like the second watch, because I mean I was obviously watching it I was blinded by the whole problem solving thing, which was the thing that originally drew me into this movie.
Yeah,
because it seemed so different to other stuff that I'd watched.
Yeah,
it was like a very practical film.
Yeah.
And, this is how we deal with this, and this is how we deal with this. And it's, it's good to see him develop technically and how his knowledge expands and how he uses it to great effect, and then you've got those bits with things like, that habitat with the potatoes in it blows up.
Yes.
You know, just that sort of tragedy comes in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just that the whole sort of like the loneliness of it. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've read things like much shorter books than The Martian. What is it? One of my favourite, if not my favourite novels, which is I Am Legend. Right? And in that, it does, apart from all the other stuff he's doing, you do get the sense that he's losing his humanity by being so lonely that he stops speaking. Like, you know, he's the way he conducts a conversation when he finally does get to speak to someone.
Yeah.
Is, you know, he's lost that skill. I mean, we've all been, I mean, look at us when we went into, was it when the pandemic hit, right? We all had to stay indoors. I mean, Jesus Christ, we're not on Mars or anything, but I know one thing, I've certainly changed because of that period of time. Socially, I'm not the same person now.
Well,
because of that.
We didn't want to say anything, but you know, you have become a absolute miserable arse.
I know, yeah.
Since
Well, bar humbug is all I've got to say to that. Okay, bar humbug.
Fucking hell, it'd be better to leave you on Mars. Yeah. I mean, okay. Well, then, how do you guys feel about the loneliness aspect?
It does sort of gloss over that, really. Excuse me. I mean, the biggest kind of emotional subplot, I think, is, we've not told the crew he's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will it fuck them up? Probably. Do we tell them now? That'll fuck them up. Do we tell them later? That'll fuck them up. What are we going to do? But then after that, it's always live. That's fine. You know what I mean? And the biggest emotional moment is the death of the potatoes. You have to have them baked, cold baked potatoes for weeks now. They'll all be singed.
They're all freeze dried,
burnt and frozen. It's like he did them at a barbecue. It's a tragedy. Well, no, seriously. The first time I watched it, that was the big emotional moment in the movie. So he's like, oh my God, all that work.
Yeah.
He's worked so hard to survive. Oh God, he's going to be fucked. Watching it this time round, it doesn't have the same impact. I know he survives.
Yeah.
But that is the big emotional moment. That's the gut wrenching scene in it. It's not the crew finding out he's still alive. Even, I mean, his little kind of message to his parents, sat on the rock. That doesn't have the punch of those potatoes going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mum, Dad, I love you, but just know I was doing this for the right reason. And it's like, okay, fine. 5 minutes later, oh my God, the fucking potatoes.
I'll tell you, this film's put me off of chips. It really has.
But it's the way the film's calibrated, because it is kind of, as I mockingly said, it is like an episode of Scrap Heap Challenge. It's, you know, right, we've stranded you on Mars with your own shit, some Thanksgiving dinner, and some old computer games and disco tapes. What are you going to do?
Yes.
And it is all kind of, because he's so upbeat of kind of, well, I'm not going to die. I'm going to just, you know, solve these problems. As he says in the epilogue, that is his sort of approach. And you go along with that, and you're not really looking for an emotional journey per se.
Yeah.
You're on a more kind of this sort of inventor's journey with him. And also on Earth as well, with Donald Glover coming up with this whole slingshot idea, and Benedict Wong getting the wrong end of the Scotty can you fix it routine time after time after time.
Yeah, I'm going to need to go and change my shirt. Yeah, you tell him the good news. It's like, what? I mean, the amount of times I've been on the end of that call where you get a call and you just look around and you just go, well, okay. Oh dear. Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Just suddenly it blinked up on my screen that you've lost the internet. It was like, really? I'm fairly sure I haven't.
I found it. It's over here.
Yeah, it's over here. What do you mean? I've lost the internet? It's right there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'd be honest with you. I've seen this film too many times to be objective about it. I think, if I'm honest. I mean, I've got it on DVD. I've got it on Blu-ray, and I've seen it. I saw it at the cinema on my own. I saw it at the cinema with Carol and the girls. I mean, I've seen it so many times. I can't really be super objective about it. I find the lack of emotional connection with the character and his plight isn't as interesting to me, isn't as a bigger problem to me as it is counterbalanced by a story, a tale well told, and a character that's interesting. And by interesting, I mean, yes, he quips, and yes, he is a bit flippant, and yes, he has got that sort of James Bond scrap heap challenge MacGyver thing where he can just, like, you know, fucking three rocks, a lemon, and a fucking paperclip, and he's made himself a nuclear weapon. I mean, he is in that sort of category, but there's something really optimistic and hopeful and human, or is it humanist, about the idea that you just need to be intelligent and think for yourself to solve a problem and get yourself out of a situation. I think not to get into my old man shouts at clouds mode, but there's too many people in the world and too many things in the world where people, rather than doing anything about something, people would rather just say something and think that's it, job done. You know, I've been on Twitter, I've said something very pithy about X, Y, and Z. That's it. I have no more, I have no further need to do anything. Whereas, you know, you imagine that anyone with any kind of, you know, skills could help solve problems, you know, help sort things out. But you don't get that. You get people just being like, I've been funny on the internet. My job is done. World peace. you know, it's like, you know, don't want to get into Trump and all that crap, but it's just like, you know, a news item comes up about him doing something fucking egregious this week, and it's like, and then suddenly you'll get 3 people go, yes, release the Epstein files. And it's like, that's fine. It's funny. And it's also probably pertinent. However, you know, you might want to try doing something like, I don't know, getting out and voting, protesting, doing something else. And to me, the Martian is the person who gets out and does something else. I think if you had anyone from any other sci-fi series, barring classic Trek or something like that, they would be sitting there going, oh, I wonder if someone's going to come and rescue me. I know, I'll say something funny. I'll look quippy at the fucking robot or something. You know?
Yeah, it'll be it's the Ryan Reynolds thing. That's what I'm glad it wasn't Ryan Reynolds in that role. Because it's so easy to put him into that. I think if it was made today, I think they'd probably drop him in it.
Yeah.
Because it's just too easy to drop him in it. Going from the book, yeah, he's very pithy and sarcastic and comical through it. But it's not to the point where it's a comedian in that book. It's still a scientist in that book.
Yeah.
And still working logically. Whereas I think if you put Ryan Reynolds, it just would be more unbelievable. I think with Matt Damon, it's more believable.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have someone who you believe in their competence. And I think that's the thing. it's just that's the thing that gets to the heart of this for me. I know the things like passage of time. How does he actually survive? Is he losing weight? He's all these other things. We casually blast past an entire year of the Hermes trying to get back to Mars. I mean, all these things kind of, I get it, but you can either have an 8-hour fucking movie of people just umming and ahhing, or you can have an hour and 20-minute movie, a 2-hour 20-minute movie where everything belts along, and you come away thinking, this is what it's all about. The world coming together, people putting their thoughts together. That's why I love Apollo 13. I know it's true; it's a true story. But that moment when they pour all the bits out on the table and go, "Okay, this is everything on board the spaceship. How do we use it to keep him alive?" And then in the NASA techs have to sit there and go, "Well, if we take this and we duct tape this to this, it'll scrub out all the carbon dioxide out of the oxygen, out of the air." And it's like, that's brilliant. That's ingenuity. That's human endeavor and intelligence winning through, as opposed to someone just going, well, maybe we should just stop them from farting. Ha 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 ha. Cut to 5 minutes later. Oh, we figured the problem. It's just, no. Give me the nuts and bolts. Give me the thing that works. Give me people being clever. Yeah. Don't be ashamed to be fucking clever. That seems to be the big takeaway, that most people in most sci-fi shows now are ashamed of being clever.
It's the climate we live in, which is, I mean, this is almost, and God help me for mentioning his name a second time here, but it is a very anti-Trump film. Considering it's all about don't believe the experts. No, believe some trucker called Dave from Tucson who's got an opinion, because, yes, let's all inject ourselves with bleach,
Don't. You know where it's going.
If I wrap my bollocks in Baco foil, that'll stop COVID. You realise that? Yep. So let's all do that, shall we?
Stick an infrared light bulb up my arse. I mean...
Yeah. Let's all wear sanitary towels on our faces as a mark of respect. It's like, this is the kind of fucking bollocks we have to deal with today. And, maybe this film needs a re-release. Just as a bit of a fucking slap in the face to that kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Remember when we were optimistic about things?
Yeah. Who are you going to do? Who are you going to believe? You're going to believe some bloke who thinks he knows what he's talking about? Or are you going to believe the person that went through college, university, right, has had a job for so many years dealing with this thing that you need to know about, whether it's a disease, a procedure, or whatever? Who are you going to go to out of them? I know who I'm going to go to, but apparently it's unfashionable to be like that.
Well, I mean, not just evoking the Phantom Menace, but also, don't forget we got our own level of idiots over here in the UK.
We have
fucking Boris Johnson, who didn't have a fucking clue, and then we got fucking Michael Gove, who looks like Pob made out of a waxwork turd, and saying live on television, I think we put too much stock in the word of experts.
Yes. What an absolute.
And the public are tired of experts.
Yeah. And it's just, I'm sorry, but they're called experts. That's the fucking title.
Yeah.
And just to get back on the thread, I mean, The Martian is that. It's experts being experts in their field and doing something and achieving something. It's
also doing it without like mad sort of magic MacGuffins. We'll invent a special gravity laser hairdryer that will suck him back to Earth.
Yeah,
but we'll need some diddly doodlum crystals from the dark side of Sprocket.
Wasn't Sprocket, the dog in fucking
Wallace and Gromit.
No, Sprocket was the dog for what's that? The lighthouse keeper, Doozers, and fucking Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Look on
The answer
Sprocket's
lies
face.
on Fraggle Rock, my friends. Only Donald Glover can take us there. He can speak their language.
Yeah, but that's exactly it, isn't it? I mean, you know,
You bring up Lord of the Rings one more time, I'll fill your fucking face in. As Sean Bean.
yeah, yeah,
Are you having a dig at me?
yeah,
I'm not dead yet in this fucking film.
yeah. I'm not even dead on the golf course.
Would
Oh.
simply not have an English Northern accent in an American film.
Yeah. Yeah, sitting there. I would like. If this is the Council of Elrond, I'd like to be Glorfindel. Yeah, you taking the piss. If you excuse me, I've got 3 other films to die in.
But the thing is, that actually, to make a serious point there, that's about as meta as this film goes. If they were making it now, it would be wall to wall that kind of side-eye bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone being a quip and, well, we can't take this too seriously, guys, can we? It's just some sport. And sidestepping the actual sort of science. Because the appeal of this movie for me is kind of, it's not a new type of science fiction film, but it's harking back to some very old ones, like some George Pal features, which were, what's it like to go into space? And here's a story about the real problems you're going to encounter in space travel. Yeah. And it's really going back to things like Destination Moon and stuff like that, really early sci-fi films. And it's glorious to have that.
Yeah.
And to have, we've got proper physics and engineering and maths. And it's not all super flashy egghead stuff either, necessarily. It's just thinking it through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like a science detective story almost.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, kind of, to go back to the emotional weight or not, I think something I'm increasingly aware of in movies is a movie, when it starts up, it is gearing for a certain tone, a certain vibe, and it's in a certain lane, as we say. And where I run into problems, like where we all run into problems with movies, is when they switch lanes halfway through and then switch back again, and they don't know what they want to be. Yeah. I mean, this starts out, it's sort of optimistic. It is hitting the same scrap heap channeling buttons. It's fun. It's upbeat. It's problem solving out of bits of crap. You know what I mean? But it's also in space. It's amazing. And it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But, you know, it stays in that lane all the way through. It doesn't go too far with him on the rock and say, we're going to really bring you down now because his parents think he's dead.
Yeah.
He's as dead as Sean Bean. But, you know, it doesn't tonally jar you with that stuff. And I'm thinking about things, that's probably a conscious decision. Because you could very easily go into make it quite a bleak film about being the only person on this planet. And a conversation is fucking tortuous. 25-minute reply times.
Yeah. Just sitting there and him going, hello, is anyone there? And then sitting there for half an hour when someone comes back and goes, yes.
Well, we've all been to the zoo and seen the lions and tigers wandering around and pacing up and down the same old path again and again.
Yeah.
And they've worn a groove out in on the concrete or on the grass. And you could have had him just pacing around that dome constantly, because it's not like he can go outside. He can go outside, but that costs energy and oxygen and equipment and time, and it's dangerous as well. So he's going to spend the majority of his time in the lab pacing. Yeah. So there's only so many wanks you can have as well.
Wow. Challenge accepted, my friend.
You could have had like a sock that gradually got stiffer and stiffer over the months and months, though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Or one arm that got bigger and bigger.
Yeah. He comes back to Earth, and they say he's got the most well-developed prostate of any man on Earth. Yeah.
It looks like Quagmire from that episode of Family Guy where I think he gets access to some kind of porn stash. And they haven't seen him for days, and they opened the door up, and he stood there. All of a sudden, he moves his left arm, and it's built like Schwarzenegger's, and it's like fucking veins and everything all over it.
That's right. He's like his entire body is like literally a vestigial organ hanging off an arm.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, I agree, Jim. I mean, I think the move, the whole point of it just being, his, the majesty of space. I think the difficulty of it all, the challenge and the realism of it, and then the fact that they overcome is the emotional hook. And there aren't enough films and stories like that. Well, maybe there are, but we don't get to see them often. And I just can't help but love this film. It's because that's exactly what it does. I will find myself watching this, and then just as soon as he starts figuring out like how to make more oxygen, how to make more water using the fuel from the lander, and it's just like, that's brilliant, and that's exactly what you should be doing. That's what you should be promoting. It's just like gorgeous. Give it to me. And can we just say the cinematography? I mean, I know it's kind of a given for something like a Ridley Scott movie, but fuck me, when that old Harry Gregson Williams music is giving it the big and it's all sort of like sweeping shots of Mars as he's trying to drive to the Schiaparelli crater at the end. And it's just like, you got all the dust tornadoes kind of going past him, and he's kind of driving across. I'm like, give me that. Just give me a 4K print of that, and I will put it on my wall. That is gorgeous.
Well, it's even the spacesuit as well.
Oh yeah,
it just looks cracking.
Yeah, that's why he's got duct tape.
Yeah. But you could just look at pictures of that for ages and ages and ages, just going over the fine detail of it. It's an operational bit of kit, and I love it. I love all that sort of stuff.
Definitely. If you say there's a weakness of the film, what would it be? I mean, Darren's already said his bit, but what about you, Elton?
I think the second time round, I found Damon a bit too quippy. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. And I think I was just a bit, I don't know, maybe the world was getting to me at the time when I saw it for the second time. But it just didn't work as well. And I'll be honest, I don't like the Iron Man stuff. I really don't like that.
It's a bit too blockbuster for the end, isn't it? For the finale.
It's. Has anyone seen? Is it Mission to Mars? That really awful movie, years and years and years ago.
No.
Oh God. There's kind of moments from that in that collection.
Which one's Mission to Mars? There's a few shitty Mars movies.
Oh, okay.
There's Red Planet, wasn't there?
It might be Red Planet.
There's one with Tim Robbins opening his helmet.
That's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Right. Because I've seen that scene, but I haven't seen either one of the films.
Because they have the tether, and they fire out the tether, and he's just too short. And then he ends up taking his helmet off. Oh, God. What a fucking gash of a movie that was as well.
I'll just scrape that off my list for next week.
Well, you could hurt us with it if you want.
Well, I've got plenty of others I could be doing that with. Yeah.
But
go on.
The Iron Man stuff, I don't know. I get it, and I think on paper it works better than what it did in the actual movie, because the way he just sets himself off There's no thought of the direction of what he's going to do. He just goes. And really, he could have been just plummeting back down to Mars for all we know. But, he just so happened to go in the right direction.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there's a lot to be... I suppose the movie has earned that trust in us just, do you know what? Who cares? It's Matt Damon flying around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doing these Mary Poppins impression. But it's too much for me. I think.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much. If he'd done it and not said Iron Man, then maybe I would be thinking more. But that takes me straight back to comic books and cartoons and the movies and stuff like that. And then it's like, I know it's a cultural reference you need to put in, but
yeah,
I find it a bit jarring. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Made even more jarring by the fact that at least 5 people in that film are in Marvel movies.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Well, the guy who's initially going to go and is walking along the outside of the Hermes, that's Sebastian Stan. He's the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got Kate Mara. She was Susan Storm in the Fan Four Stick movie.
Okay.
Then you got Chiwetel Ejiofor. He was in Doctor Strange, as was Benedict Wong. And then who else is
Michael Pena?
Michael Pena. He was in Ant-Man. And Donald Glover was in one of the Spider-Man movies as well.
Right.
So, I mean, none of those were made by the time you got to The Martian, but it's kind of one of those things that if it was in a different film, you can imagine that all of them would have gone, it's like some kind of comic book movie. Pause, turn to the camera.
Yeah.
Look at the audience.
We've already been there and he didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here to chew bubblegum and fix spaceships.
But I did get the heebie-jeebies when that guy was doing the spacewalk across the actual ship itself.
Yeah.
That gave me the heebie-jeebies, definitely. That was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it just, it works really well. Jim, what about you? Do you say there's
I think at the end, there's enough jeopardy in him just trying to get the timing right to, sort of have his nose cone launched up to the Hermes and get intercepted without the Iron Man stuff, without a lot of farting around with a hose.
Yeah,
that just struck me as that's like an unnecessary jeopardy, which the film doesn't really need. Because it's fairly hazardous what they're doing in the first place. It's a remote firing a completely stripped down landing module held together with duct tape and a bit of parachute.
Yes.
And going to catch him. I mean, that's risky enough. I mean, and I think the film has explained, or rather done a good job in showing and telling you, spaceflight isn't just, you get in your spaceship, press go, let's go to Mars. You have to wait until there's all the orbital mechanics are all sorted out.
Yeah.
And this kind of, this has to be spot on timing, otherwise they ain't going to catch him. That's enough jeopardy.
Yeah. I mean, I think as far as the Iron Man thing is concerned, that was inserted into the film, and it's not, if I remember rightly, and I may be misremembering here, but I don't think that's in the book at all. I think the Sebastian Stan character goes out in the Mav, the jetpack, and goes and gets him.
I can't remember. I thought it was in the book. I thought there was a moment where he did actually do it.
Okay, maybe he does, but I don't remember that. I remember there being the whole thing about going out on the jetpack and it all being slightly too close, and then he, can he get there, and is he going to get whacked by the spinning nose cone thing? But anyway, I don't know. Darren, any last sort of negatives you want to throw in there? Like sleep?
He's got.
He has.
Yeah, he's got.
Mm-hmm. We've hit that point, haven't we?
Night, Darren. It's like saying goodbye to Northern Ireland, isn't it? Night, Darren.
And now we say goodnight to the Tumbly Boos.
There's a reference.
Are you back with us now, Dal?
Yeah, I'm back with you. Yeah. Sorry, disappeared for a moment.
You disappeared for a moment, or did you nod off?
No, I didn't nod off. No.
You disappeared? You
get away with it.
No,
I disappeared. Yes, I disappeared.
Okay. Well, while you were disappointing, did you have any other negatives you would like to bring up with the movie?
No, the things that I brought up weren't. They didn't stop me from enjoying it. I still enjoyed the film, and I still, I get a real joy out of watching it. But it was just the thing that I pointed out were just things that I noticed about the film. It's kind of like, cutting through everything that caught your attention before and seeing the working bits, the missing cogs in the machine, that don't really stop it from not working, but you notice that isn't there. So even though I did notice them, they didn't affect my enjoyment of the film, if you know what I mean. It's still, I still love the whole sort of like the disco bits that they put in there, and that's the first thing he says to Jessica Chastain when he meets up with her is, I destroyed your entire collection of fucking music. That. Yeah. I love bits like that. And I love the fixes. I love that whole thing of being creative. There's a whole slew of programs and films that I've loved where characters have done that, where they've thought on their feet, and resolved an issue. Yeah. And it's like, fuck me, that's clever. I like that. That's great. So at least the whole thing about the time and the the emotional weight on his shoulders and what he's doing to his psyche is, like I say, even though they're not really dealt with, didn't stop me from enjoying the film. And it's still a film I would recommend to people.
Okay, cool.
So,
excellent. Like I say, I probably don't have many things to actually say in the negative, to be honest. The Iron Man thing was probably about the closest I get to kind of going, you've gone a bit too much, Ridley. Stop it. Yeah. Stop it. But like I say, it was good that it was his last film before he was tragically killed in a nuclear explosion. And our thoughts go out to him and his family. Right. Well, if any other things anyone would like to bring up before we wrap it up, I'll take that as no. Has Elton and Jim disappeared now?
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right, cool. The noise cancelling is too good. I don't even hear you guys breathing anymore. It's just like, Jesus Christ. Do I have to set up Pathfinder with some hexadecimal bars up? Anyway. Right, okay. Well, in which case we will leave it there. If anybody has any other thoughts they would like to leave on the Martian, then you know where to go. You go to the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast, or you email in to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or you catch us up on Blue Sky, which is cartoonbeardy.bsky.social, and just drop me a DM there. Right. So, just a little peek behind the curtains before we go to Pimp's Corner, but just to tell you that essentially we've been trying to get our schedule back on, so that that everyone gets turned to drop their film and move on. So obviously with various ones of us members being off and on, it was all a bit of a jumble. So we're setting it all back in the right order. So So it's actually technically it's my turn, even though I did announce War of the Worlds, but we're writing that off as Elton's turn because it was his fault.
It was my fault. Yes,
Your fault. I picked that. I had that written down as my 2CV movie. So it's time for me to pick a film. I say pick a film. I've got 3. I'll give you the generals. We have a current affairs movie. We have a science movie, and then we have a nature movie. Does anybody have a preference?
Have you got one that's a good movie?
Well, I'm feeling these are very loose categories, aren't they?
They're about as loose as those hula hoop rings that Elton was talking about.
Are we having a Dean Cain season? Is that what you're trying to tell us? So it was the dog that saved the world, the dog that saved Christmas, the dog that saved summer. No.
If you need Dean Cain, then you really are fucked. No, we are not doing Dean Cain. Anyone got a thought? Current affairs, science, or nature?
Well, science would be the obvious choice to follow the Martian with.
Okay. Anyone? Any further comments on that? Anything else? No.
Yeah, go for it. Yes.
Okay. Elton, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I'm not going to get. Last time I opened my mouth, we ended up with War of the Worlds. So.
Okay. Well, then, congratulations, Jim.
So this was my fault.
This was your fault. I take no blame for anything. I've learnt the art of basically becoming blameless here. Well, we're off to Amazon Prime, and we are going to do a film about science. The science of blood diseases. The science of light sensitivity, and the science of how the fuck does Jared Leto keep getting work?
Oh no!
God.
Yes,
Fucking hell!
it's morbing time, baby.
Fuck shit bollocks. To quote one of my favourite shows, this is some kind of bullshit.
Sorry. I had to
What is it with you, Lee? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Yeah?
Dude, look. Let's be honest.
Can someone say the name of the film, please? I don't know what you're on about.
Morbius.
Thank you.
There you go.
How do you spell
Morbius.
that?
MOR.
Yeah.
BIUS.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. It's a film I've never seen. In fact, all 3 of the films I had on my list I've never seen. And I thought, I'll give you a chance. But no. So yeah, we're morbing. We're morbing. Because, let's be honest, when we get a good film like The Martian, we all kind of agree it's good. and then we all talk about how good it is. But I tell you what, there's something cathartic about giving a film a damn good kicking. And that's my gift to you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do I have to watch it? Can I just take a guess at how bad it is, how shit it is?
No.
If I listen to the screams of the souls in hell who've purchased it, thinking that, this sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. No, the film reviewers of Morbius are like looking at the found logs of the USS Event Horizon.
Right.
No, we're not doing that. You have to watch it.
Shit. So can I ask, was one of the other films Madam Web? Because I'm starting to think that there's a theme here.
No.
No, it wasn't. No,
the nature one was Deliverance.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I spotted that today. Yes. That's
so there you go. iPlayer.
Yes.
So you could have had that. That was the nature one.
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go. And the current affairs one was Civil War.
Oh,
So you bullseyed the good one, Jim.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's me. That's me once again fobbing off my gift to you. But no,
Lee Sloopy Shoulders Metcalf.
Yeah,
No, Lee Stainless Steel Metcalf. I think that's what we'll call you. Yeah,
Lee Metcalf.
Yeah, nothing sticks, steel, man.
Teflon, the Teflon Don. The Teflon Don. Anyway, yes. So next week we will be back to talk vampires and Jared Leto's stellar acting.
Inexplicable career.
Yeah, his inexplicable career as we watch Morbius, because everyone wants to get a leg up on sort of Jared Leto's work before we watch Tron Ares, which will be coming down the pipe.
Will it?
Yeah, well, we've got to do Tron and then Tron Legacy, and then we'll do Tron Ares.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But not just yet, because we got Morbius to watch.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So there you go.
Don't forget his other piece of work that's coming out as well. Fucking He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. He's Skeletor in that.
Yeah.
Fuck sake.
Well, there you go.
What was Pee Wee Herman busy? You know, or is he? He's dead. That's it. Oh, well, there you go then.
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the question: has any of us actually seen Morbius?
No.
No.
Well, I did, and I hid. I waited till it walked by.
I'm guessing you haven't, Elton.
No, I haven't seen this.
Oh, good. Are you looking forward to it now? You know, you've heard Darren's reaction.
Well, going off of all your reactions, no, I'm not looking forward to this. It's going to be a painful one. Definitely.
It is. Mm.
It's a superhero movie, I'm guessing.
Of sorts.
Okay.
I wouldn't entirely class it as a superhero movie.
I don't.
I wouldn't
mind...
maybe entirely class it as a movie, from what I hear.
I'm interested because I don't mind Jared Leto.
Really?
I don't mind him. No.
Get out! Sorry. Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's entitled. Repeat it, Darren. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, even about Jared Leto.
Yep. I've just put the banner up on the Facebook group, so let's see how long it is before someone calls me an absolute dick. Is
that a doorbell ringing I hear, Lee? Can you see a lot of glow from in the little sort of like the window in your door coming from on the actual porch? Because I'd watch out if I were you, mate.
Can someone smell burning shit? Anyway, right. Let's leave it there. So none of us have seen Morbius. This will be a learning experience for us all. Namely, don't put Lee back in charge of picking movies.
Jesus, man.
So until we get back, Jim, what's happening over in Hypnagoria Towers?
This week, I have no idea. There are various podcasts struggling to get finished, but it'll depend on how hot it gets this week and my general state of health and which one I end up actually finishing in time for the weekend.
Well, you can commentary club it if you like with Morbius.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
Okay, well, all your stuff, which is all excellent as ever, is over on hypnagoria.com, and people should go and listen to it. Cool. And Elton?
I'm in the same boat as Jim. I have no idea. I haven't done anything for a while because of stuff. So, but I'm sure there'll be other stuff later on.
Cool. Okay. And I'm sure we might, well, I'm saying we might. I'm wondering if we might do something about Alien Earth, seeing as it's literally gone live 6 minutes ago on Disney Plus.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I've still got like about 5-6 days left on my on my actual Disney Plus subscription.
Yep.
Until it completely disappears.
Well, we'll see how it goes. But if anybody wants to do that, just give me a shout. Live on air production meetings. Anyways, right, we'll leave it here. We'll leave it here. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
And thank you all for listening. And thank you for watching Morbius, which you will be doing along with us. And we will all enjoy it because it's going to be great. I don't think I've heard any bad news about it at all whatsoever. So, until next week, take care. Tatty bye. It's morbing time.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Sorry for crashing his bye-bye, Dal.
That's fine. That's fine. Nothing matters anymore now.
There once was a wealthy man who had a wonderful idea to bring children from all places with all kinds of faces together into a sailing ship. There were 40 boys and girls. They would sail their ship around the globe, so they called it the United World. The ship was just 3 weeks from shore when a hurricane bore it down. The waves were big as mountains. They felt they would surely drown. They jumped into the lifeboats, rowed away from the wreck. They didn't count them, they hadn't time. 5 children were left behind. The children fought the storm all night and finally fell asleep. They didn't realize the ship had been blown across a reef into the lost islands. Hiding in the bushes was a watchful pair of eyes, and living in the valley were people lost in time, ruled over by a tyrant whose face was in a mask. The children must defeat him so they can escape at last from the lost islands. The lost islands.
I only came for a kebab.